My dear young friend, one of the Nazi officers was asked how he could allow himself to be so cruel. Does he not have a conscience? And he responded, "Conscience? I have no conscience. My conscience is Hitler." The lack of conscience, the lack of love, the lack of kindness, the heresies, the injustices, the persecutions in the world and in the church, all of these, I would suggest you have behind them a lack of knowledge of God. Cross, Jesus said, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." It's not so much that they don't know something, but that they don't know someone, that they don't know God. And that ignorance, that lack of knowledge, has been the cause of so much evil. Knowledge of God is of the utmost importance. It is more important than all other knowledge, of all knowledge combined. You can be certain, if God is so little loved, it is because he is so little known. If you feel yourself to have very little love for God, perhaps it is because you have not come to know him. Knowledge of God that is direct and full will only take place in heaven, seeing God face to face. But for now, we struggle to know him. The bee descends upon a flower, rests upon it, and remains until it has extracted all it wants, and it's now full, and so therefore it can depart. I would propose to you, in your reading of the scriptures, in your prayer, in your attendance at Mass, to always draw out of these fonts, these flowers, if you will, the honey of faith and hope and love. At no time in your life, my dear friend, should you rest content with what you know about God, as though you were somehow already equipped with sufficient knowledge to practice your religion and save your soul. If that's your attitude, it's fairly sure that what knowledge you do have will fade away into a hazy forgetfulness of God, and God will be present in your mind only in a misty background. In that case, it's certain that you will slide into an indifference, with your soul in most grave danger. Here I think of Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, a great lover of the Blessed Virgin Mary. When he was young, as all kids, a nuisance in some way or other, his parents would say to him that such and such a thing was displeasing to Mary, and he immediately took care to not repeat it ever again. While you are now young, resolve that you are going to increase in your knowledge of God daily. The time in your life when you will know most about God will be the day of your death. That is the day that you will need that knowledge most.
Let
us turn to the Blessed Virgin Mary, the tender, loving soul of this most sorrowful mother was pierced by unheard of sorrows. Who can describe the pains of the Virgin Mary as she stood immovable at the foot of the cross? What made her be able to be so strong? She knew that the Eternal Father willed that Jesus Christ should thus die, and that she should be present at his death. And this knowledge gave her strength to stand there and endure it all. Holy Virgin Mary, pray for us, your children who have recourse to you.